What's up, y'all? Chris, I'm just eating some breakfast, y'all. Little coffee, little breakfast. Can't really, I don't know if you can see it. It's just like eggs, spinach, like a tortilla wrap with some French fries on the side, and a coffee. You drinking your coffee? Yeah. I don't usually eat breakfast, but I'm hungry. That's pretty damn good. I already prayed before I got on here too, so don't get on me. You gotta have the hot sauce, you know? Hey, this shit's fire. When's the last time I fight? I don't fight, bro. Damn, this shit is good, bro. This shit fire, bro. I'm not even just saying that. This shit is like super gas. What's up, Derico? I wasn't expecting it to be that good. And their coffee's good, bro. A little cold brew. They know what they're doing at this spot. It's a little hole in the wall, man. You gotta go to the little small businesses. I'm telling y'all. What makes it so good? No, it's spinach, avocados, onions, and egg whites. But like, I don't know. They got some kind of sauce or something, maybe? Or they just seasoned it well. I don't know. It's really good, though. You thought I died? Nah, bro. All the ops are dead. Not me. Where's it from? I can't disclose that because I got too many psychopaths on the internet that want to stalk me and obsess over me. I wish I could. Maybe I will. In the next stream, I'll let you know. Yeah, I try to eat as healthy as I can. This is not that healthy at all. But I do my best, especially when I'm homeless. Yeah, it's a waffle fry. Mm-hmm. People literally live their lives waiting for other people to die. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a waffle fry. Got seasoning all over it. This shit is fire, bro. This is like a 10 out of 10. I'm not just saying that. Do I remember you? Nah, bro, I don't. But thank you for being here, man. I don't mean to be that way. Keep your privacy, young man. Yeah. If you're chosen, can you ask God for money? God knows your needs. Just pray every day. No matter what, just pray, bro. He knows your needs. He's God. Pharisee. Pharisee. Time to go, buddy. Have a nice day. Nobody's Jesus. Stop trying to recreate Jesus in your society. He walked the earth one time. All right? He finished the work perfectly. He did it for us all. And we all make mistakes. Stop trying to recreate Jesus in this society. It's not going to happen. He died on the cross for all of our sins for a reason. It had to happen. You act like people that believe in Jesus got to be Jesus out here. Out of there? Yeah, bro. I'm the fuck out of here, man. Fucking guy, you know? Don't get a face tat, y'all. Quick to love and slow to judge. Yeah, bro. People make mistakes. People, you know, go through things in life. They expect, just because you're a believer, like they need, that if you're not Jesus live in the flesh, they'll nitpick you apart. It's not how it, like, bro, it's ridiculous, man. Am I fresh from jail? No. Definitely not. Stop trying to be Jesus. People need to, like, understand that if you don't accept what he did on the cross, then you're already not, like, you're not even walking with Christ. Like, if you don't understand that it's his perfection that makes you saved, it's his works, it's nothing that you're doing. Like, nothing at all. Doesn't matter how you look, how good of a person you are, how many people you save, how much wonderful miracles you do. Like, it doesn't matter. None of, if you don't understand the only reason that you're going to heaven is because of what he did, you're missing it. You remember when I prayed for you, you felt it through the phone? Yeah, bro, I try to pray for as many people as I can. I struggle though sometimes. Because there was a live stream I did a while back where I was praying over my food on the camera, and they said that I was a Pharisee because I was praying in front of people. So I stopped doing that on the camera. Can you have a shout out? Your name is Harriet. Shout out Harriet. Am I homeless? Yes. I live in my car. No, I don't work out at all. I'm not worried about working out. The physical body's gonna die, and I don't want more attention than I already get. I feel like people that work out, like if you do it for your mental health and stuff, that's okay. But a lot of people work out just to get like outward validation from other people. Not everybody. Like I know people do it for their mental health. But a lot of people work out and they want to get like overly ripped and all this stuff just so they can get attention from others. And I don't want attention more than I already get. Y'all gotta take a bite, bro. This shit is, I'm telling y'all. Mm. You have a blessed day as well, Joy. How does praying on the camera make you a Pharisee? That's what I was told. I prayed over my food, and someone was like, oh, you're such a wolf Pharisee because you're praying to be acknowledged by men. And in reality, I was just praying over my food. You know, what is my spiritual gifts? I don't have spiritual gifts. I just pray a lot. Will Jesus forgive you? Yeah, if you ask for forgiveness and turn away from whatever it is you want forgiveness from. 100%. You're tired of fighting. You don't understand why some of us have the battles and others don't. It's a program going on. Okay, you're being targeted by criminal organizations, is what I can say. Corrupt criminal organizations at times. People that are abusing their power. Ungodly church people at times. Like, it's more so the government and a system targeting you than it is anything else. Or it's like some other wicked shit, you know? But not everybody gets targeted, you know, on that level. It's a sick ass thing, but we're exposing it, you know? We're going to continue to do so until they back up. I mean, they've backed up out of my life pretty damn good so far. Yeah, The Fallen's a good movie. Satan runs the show. Yeah, on this earth. I mean, God's above it all, bro. Satan just a little, you know? He has a lot of power here. But at the end of the day, bro, he got to report back to God. I'm sorry to hear that. I pray for you, bro. Yeah, Satan's just a pawn. People need to understand that, man. Like, God created the light and the dark, bro. Satan's a created character. Satan's powerful by sin. We don't need that power. Yeah. He's very powerful, though. People can't say he, like, I don't like Christians that say he doesn't have any power. Like, it's a lie. He has so much power. God has way more. Like, God has way more, you know, but at the end of the day, he's been given a whole entire realm and world. Like, he can defeat any human that doesn't have Christ. I mean, he can tear any human apart. So, like, a lot of Christians will say that, but it's like, I understand it, but you can't just negate the fact that, like, look at the world you're in. Yeah, he's running the entire government, the system, every freaking thing that you experience here is pretty much, he's behind it. So it's not to say, like, oh, I don't want to, like, give him big props or nothing like that, but it's like, at the end of the day, you can't sit there and say, oh, Satan has no type of power at all. You're delusional. You know? Yeah, be ready for Satan, but fear the Lord above all else. Exactly. You give him authority. Yeah, I hear y'all. But you can't just say that he has... If you say he has no power, you are living in a delusion. He's infiltrated everything. The church, like, bro, he's making a shit show out of everybody. Even the very people in the church at times. People that are bro, like, he has power, bro. That's why you need a relationship with God. But he has power. Trust me. Trust me. How did God make dirt? It was here before him. He created the foundations of the heavens and the earth, bro. Fallen angels? Yeah, but they don't have as much power as Satan. He was the highest angel in the heavens, man. The most beautiful and the most gifted. So like the fallens that went with him, they have power too, bro. But Satan runs this realm until Christ returns. Like at the end of the day, God still has all the power, but he's given this place to the devil, man. No, I'm not a Satanist. I believe in the Most High. I'm just saying people can't be ignorant. You know? You just want to know how all this started for me? It started when I came across some information and knowledge about secret organizations and piecing a puzzle together in a small town that I was in. And I started to realize that people were stalking me and breaking into my home and doing all kinds of weird stuff. And then I went out into a forest in that small town and I came across a satanic altar, or whatever you want to call it. There was tiki torches in the middle of a forest with a goat head that was cut off. And that's when everything started for me. Am I a Christian? I don't like the term. I believe in the Most High God, the one true living God, Jesus Christ. It's always been the Jews. You know, you know. Trolls get on your nerves. Just ignore them. They'll leave. They don't have an attention span. Like, they'll leave eventually, bro. Love from Boise. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. That's why you stopped going into the woods? Nah, I ain't got no issue with it. I don't fear none of this shit. I live in the woods. Am I related? No, I ain't related to Alex Jones, man. Eastern Orthodox? Yeah, I'm non-denominational. I'm not religious at all. I have to eat while I stream? No, it's just something. I don't really have a talking point. Figured I'd eat my breakfast with y'all. They know that we know them. They know us too, bro. Believe that. Can chosen ones do spells? I don't do spells. I pray. That's all I do. I just pray and I fast. Literally. Appreciate it, Samuel. God bless you, man. Thank you. Healthy food, yep. It's not the healthiest, but it was a damn good, excellent, top tier. 10 out of 10. Spinach, egg wrap with avocado and onions. Come up against you and they use all this, like, you know, they sacrifice animals, they get into black magic, they pull tarot cards, they play with Ouija boards, they do this, they do that. When all that stuff starts to backfire on them, a lot of tragedy happens in their life, they will begin to believe that you are doing witchcraft back on them or something, because they don't know how powerful God truly is. They don't believe in him, right? Or they don't like him. And all we do is pray. Pray the blood of Christ, you know. Pray without ceasing, read the Bible, fast, draw close to him. And God will issue wrath and vengeance and judgment on these people that are doing this, especially to one of his chosen children. But they will persecute you. You know, they'll think that you're the one doing witchcraft on them now. When their family members die, they come down with sickness, they go through heartache and hardship, whatever it may be. And then they'll start to try to persecute you even more. And then that's when things get really bad. You know, like things can get really crazy. I think people think Jesus is just like this pushover type of God. He's a God of wrath. He's a God of love, but he's a God of wrath. He used to wipe out whole entire cities and armies in the Old Testament. He's annihilated people for, you know, coming up against certain things. So I feel like the persecution starts to get worse for people when you are praying, constantly praying, because these people get smacked around, bro, for dealing, you know, playing with stuff that they should have never played with to begin with. Yeah, he sent the flood. God is very scary. See, and that's the thing. God is love. He's mercy. He's grace, but he's a wrathful God. He got a lot of, you know, and people don't like that. But we don't like when witchcraft's done on us. God doesn't like watching his children get put through ritualistic abuse. God doesn't like when he witnesses people killing animals to try to affect your livelihood or your mindset. God doesn't like when these people play with certain things and start drama with. He doesn't like that either. So if they don't want it to backfire on them, y'all, if you've dealt with witchcraft, then they need to stop playing around, because they don't realize that just because we're Christian and stuff, man, like this shit will go left and we won't have to do anything. You know, we just surrender it to God and God will handle all things, y'all. And he handles it better than any of us ever could. And eventually we hope that they turn away from what they're playing with. You know, they'll go through famine and they'll curse their whole entire fucking, like, playing around with this stuff, you know, and it's sad. That's why God does call us to pray for them, because they don't have an understanding or comprehension, or they do, and they want to challenge their own creator, which is really probably the stupidest thing you can ever do. You know, people who claim witchcraft don't know what it is. There's a lot of wannabes, bro. There's definitely a lot of wannabes out here, man. Little wannabe startup occults, little covens and witches that are just now getting into stuff. You know what I mean? These people are, it's sad, bro. At the end of the day, it is. It's sad. They thought you would take yourself out. Yeah. Send you the spirit of suicide, sabotage your life, make your life hard, do all this stuff. And then, like I said, when stuff starts happening in their life and in their realm in reality, they're going to get even more mad at you. But it's like they need to learn. They don't know what learning lessons means. Like, they don't know what consequences are for their actions. You know? They're like little kids that never got, you know, like, if you do witchcraft on somebody, there's a potential that shit's going to come back and ruin your entire life. You know, it'll ruin your entire reality. Like, and that's why you don't play with it. That's why you don't deal with this stuff unless you're willing to go through that. You want your family to die. You want to lose all this other stuff. If you're willing to go through that, then maybe, I guess, play with witchcraft. I suggest you never do, and you draw close to God. But that's what happens, and then the war gets worse, because, like I said, God will defend you. He'll protect you. He's the one that's going to cause all this to go down in their life, and they believe it's you doing it. All you're doing, if you're anything like me, is praying. That's it. Yeah, they don't fight fire with fire. They want you to. 100%. A lot of these people want to recruit children of God that are anointed. A lot of these occults, a lot of these little witches and stuff like that, maybe in your city, whoever, in your family, in your bloodline, they want you to become dark because they know the power that you carry. You know, Satan understands. So do these people. Where's my mods? I only have a couple of them. They're probably asleep. You have skull and bones? I hear you, bro. All of these people, man, they fear an independent thinking. Like, they fear an independent person who just has like a regular, like a real relationship with God. Not regular, like a real relationship. That's like their most feared and hated thing. They need group thoughts, right? They need a bunch of group, like everything's group. Everybody's like needs to be in a group and be categorized together and shit. That's why we're the lions of the jungle. You know, we stand alone. We might have a few here and there, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, that we can, you know, get along with and maybe pray with, whatever. But outside of that, we don't move like they do. Freemasons, I hear you, bro. Stay away from all, like, I don't know. If you're anything like me, just draw close to God and be by yourself. You're not committing a crime by doing that. Trying to break the curse. At the end of the day, Michael, you can't break it. I mean, you can, but it like, there comes a point where it's God's job. Like, if you've identified it, you're doing the work, you're praying, you're fasting, you're coming out of certain, you know, things, habits, traditions. It's his job to fully, like, deliver you out of it. You just, yeah, you got to do the work too. You got to put your time in, right? Do whatever you got to do every day. But God's on the throne. Put the weight back onto him. You know, once you've identified things, once you've done what you needed to do, you put it back on him and you say, Father, deliver me from this, right? You're fasting? Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't the stream for you. Why would you click a stream that says breakfast? Am I Muslim? No. What's the point of the face tats? I just got them when I was angry, man. Hard labor, low paying jobs for life. I know you guys are mad. I'm sorry. You should have never came after me, though. I told you guys not to. What do I think about Muslims? How about now? Are we good now or no? Yeah, all right. I don't know what I was saying, man, but someone's like sitting right next to me and it was, these people are obsessed with me, guys. Like, I swear, I think they would jump off a building if I jumped off a building at this point. You know? It's just so incredible how obsessed these people are. And they think that I'm prideful because I don't want to be around them. I'm not prideful. I just don't want to share energy with anybody. I have every right to put a boundary up and say, hey, man, like, to each his own, right? And this can apply for y'all too, man. You're allowed to not want to be around people, bro. You're allowed to not want to share energy, and it's not prideful. You have every right to protect your own shit, your own bubble, your own thoughts, your own energy. Especially, like, it happens when you get closer to God, bro, and it's like these people need to know what it means to draw close to him and not to us. You know, we're not their God. You know, and that's my big thing with this whole, like, the whole stalking and all this narcissism and stuff. You're not in the wrong on so many levels, man. These people need to seek the Father's face. They can't come to us to siphon us all day long. That's not how it works. You know, and until people get an understanding and an understanding of that, you know, we just got to continue to pray and just show them, like, bro, you guys can access the things that God has for you And you don't have to come to us or be around us all the time and be weird, you know, and want to like butt into our little fucking bubble that we're in, you know. You're a loner too. People take it personal. Yeah, man. Bro, it's not personal. It's your decision. They're trying to take people's free will from them. They're trying to take people's free will away. They're trying to take your energy, your thoughts, your focus, your purpose, your money, your mindset, every aspect of you, bro. And if you decide that you don't want to be a social person, or you are not comfortable being around people, and you don't want to be toxic, or you're whatever it is, you have that right, bro. Don't let them take that from you, y'all. Do not. You said you know this Joker ain't talking about God. Be careful, bro. Okay, before you go crazy and put your mouth, I'm just gonna give you one fair warning. That's all I'm gonna do. That's it. You know, just if you ain't got nothing, like, you know what? Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Oh, you have tattoos and Jesus judged me, so forgave him. God cursed Satan. I went to rent a space at a shop to sell clothes and jewelry. I turned down because I don't have a strong social media presence. Yeah, it's sad. Everything is about that right now. Clout. But yeah, y'all, guard your heart, you know, you have every right to guard your energy. You have every right to not, if you don't want to socialize, you have every right not to want to socialize. I don't care what anyone wants to tell you, bro. You're not here to get on a cross for mankind. That already happened. You help when you can, if you feel led to help, and you feel good and you're able to do it, and it's not going to affect you traumatically or tremendously, right? It's not going to just annihilate your mindset, your energy, your pockets, whatever it is, of course. But if you aren't there and you are in struggle mode like me, right? You have nothing, you're down and out, people will still expect that from you. And when you don't do that, when you show them like, hey, I have a boundary up, hey, I don't want to hang out, hey, I don't want to be around anybody, they'll take it offensive and shit. You know, they'll get mad, or they'll feel like, oh, and it's unfortunate, bro. People are so entitled, especially when you do have a relationship with God, or you're blessed, or whatever it is. Like, it's really sad, bro. You know, and these people need to seek God for themselves. That's the issue. They're flat earthers. Yeah, they get butthurt, you know. It's really sad, man. You have every right, like I said, so don't let narcissists try to manipulate you into thinking that you're wrong for it. Especially if you're going through a hard time, dude. You know, if you're struggling right now, mental health, emotional, financial, whatever it is, and you're struggling and stuff, dude, you don't owe anybody shit at the end of the day, even when you're up. You really don't. You know, and they want you to become like Jesus every day. Like, but he already did that for us so we can live more abundantly. You know, you should help out. You should, you know, do what you can through Christ when you can. But at the end of the day, bro, you're not here to get on the cross for mankind. What's up, man? Why am I so serious looking? I don't know, it's just how I look, bro. Yeah, no stress. You know, people thrive in chaos, bro. People thrive in like highly chaotic and toxic environments and situations. We don't operate like that. We operate in peace, love, calm. You know what I mean? Not just like a lot of people thrive on that, bro, because they're vampires, dude. They're little succubuses and incubus, little fucking, you know what I mean? And they get off on sharing everybody's energy and stuff. And it's like, there's some people that are not like that. And that's me. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I am. You know? And they don't like when you're alone. They don't like when you're calm. They don't like when you're healing. They don't like when you're in God's presence. They don't like it. It pisses them off. Then they feel entitled to whatever God's doing for you. And that's not the case. God could be blessing you and you alone for a specific reasoning for later, you know, later down the line, then sure. But like in the moment you're in right now, God could be doing a tremendous work on you and doing all this stuff and blessing you. And people just feel like, well, now I'm entitled to it. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know, and they'll try to use God against you. You have a big heart like me, they'll use God against you and try to use your kindness and all of this stuff, you know, just try to manipulate you all the time, man. It's all head games and energy games out here. You can't stand that chaos. Stay far away from it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for the bronze medal. You realize the earth was flat? Yeah, we ain't worried about all that. They thrive off negativity because someone else's words dictate how they feel. They can't think for themselves. Exactly. They're reprobated. They're NPCs. They're vampires. They think about what they want to be accepted by a group all the time. There's a lot of people in this world that are in an identity crisis, and they need group validation. You know, whatever group that may be. You know, and at the end of the day, it's sad, bro, because we all just want love and family. You know, at the end of the day, every human being, no matter how hard or tough you become and stuff, at the end of the day, most people just want love and family, you know, except for narcissists. Narcissists are a different breed. Everyone thinks God is blessing the world. He's destroying it with wrath. You were not supposed, bro, even in the last days, God will bless his children. We're supposed to rejoice in the last days, bro. I don't disagree with you. Wrath is being issued everywhere, but he's also going to protect and bless his children while wrath is being issued. It won't come near you. Psalm 91, bro. You're going to witness the wicked go through it, and he's going to protect you and bless you, even with the end being here. That's just what it is. If you're truly, you know. How can you get a GF? You don't want a girlfriend right now. You need to draw close to God, man. You don't want that right now, bro. Promise. Yeah, AI and human trafficking are a big problem. Facts, bro. Yep. No privacy. These people want to police your thoughts, y'all. These people want to police your brain, okay? Like they want full control over all of mankind right now. They don't want you to be able to form your own thoughts, dude. Okay, they don't even want you to be able, like, it is so bad in America. It's ridiculous. Yeah, ready to start the garden. Here come the new year, man. You know, I'm excited about it. Hopefully y'all are. The real new year is starting soon. We had to get through the freaking winter, man. It's been brutal. But the new year starts in March. Like I told y'all, to shake up society, everywhere you go in March, okay? Starting March, I don't know what date, but like, let's just say March 1st. Starting March 1st, every person that you encounter in public and in society, you tell them Happy New Year. All right? Even if they're gonna see you as crazy or weird or whatever, just tell them Happy New Year. And that maybe that can plant a seed to make them think about maybe research or whatever it may be, you know, to get them aware, bro, that the real New Year is starting soon. Yeah, people who are set apart, truly set apart. Am I religious? No, bro. You ever been gang stalked? Yeah, I'm top dog of that right now, man. One of the most targeted individuals on this platform, potentially, that's still standing, creating content. There's others, but yes, 100%. Desperate gold diggers. Yeah, that's most of them. No thing is a new year, it's all a concept. That's not true. Do your research. He's enemy number one. Yeah. I ain't shit at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the content creators, when it comes to content creation, there's like me and a couple other guys that have been targeted on the levels that we have and still been able to stand on these platforms and create content and not fully fold. people hate the authority God has. Yeah. Bro, they don't like his order, his discipline, the structure, the consequences. They don't, it's a lot of females in this world. You know, men too, bro. But females they just want to run amok, dude. They don't want to be, they just want to be pretty, and that's all there is to it. And that's going to just give them all of it, you know? In this modernized society, bro, you try to structure and discipline a female and lead her and guide her and let her know what it is and try. Nah, bro. They gonna go find a coven to get into and start doing witchcraft on you and stuff, you know? Yeah, being gang stalks when demons monitor you through people, facts. It's deeper than that though, bro. She just wanted to rebel. That's it, bro. You gotta be careful in this society. They're don't get me started, man. It's the same thing that's been going on since the garden, dude. Nothing's changed. It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse, bro. These women are the cause of a lot of damage right now, bro. A ton of it. Eve, yep. Yeah, females, yep. And they don't get held accountable for anything. They don't. Not in the court system. They don't get held accountable for shit. You know, they can get their way. They can get their way 90% of the time. It's unfortunate, bro. It really is. And they know it. They know it, bro. And that's what I say. They start becoming real manipulative, bro. Real scary, bro. Surrender to Yahweh, definitely, man. No privacy, yup. New world, man. Do I watch anime? No, I don't. I do not. Tell you what, though, this little rap was good, man. Y'all need to get you a little... I want me another one. I really do. That shit was fire. You love anime? Yeah, I never got into it, bro. People have called me Sasuke, though. That's what I do know. I really don't know much about Sasuke, but people have called me Sasuke before. I think it's from Naruto or some shit. Am I French? No, I'm not French. What's the tat on my forehead? It says traumatized, man. Shout out England in the building. Have I tried Aladdin's? This was just like a little hole in the wall. It's like its own little business, and they know what they're doing. DBZ, yeah. Growing up, I watched Dragon Ball. I don't really remember much. Like, I know the characters, but when I was a little kid, I used to play the video game, and I used to watch on Cartoon Network, Toonami. God is too good. He is, bro. Do I sing? I rap. I don't sing, I rap. Go check out my songs on here if you want to. Yeah. People recommended anime for quite some time. My life is already, you know, all I got to do is come out here and live most of it. Do I live in my car? Yeah, I do. Here, look, y'all. I sleep back there. You can't get into it. Yeah. There's a lot of truth in these like cartoons and anime and all. There's a ton of truth. I mean, in everything, movies, TV shows, but I've heard that anime has a lot of truth in it. Subscribe for the art. Appreciate it. Much love, man. I'm getting off here shortly. Do another 15 minutes. Y'all got more questions, ask them. Can I get a job? Yeah, I could get a job, but I don't want a job. They don't pay enough money, and they don't treat people correctly. Okay, and I have crippling social anxiety and ADHD. So the jobs that I can choose from are very limited, and those jobs don't pay enough at all, and they treat people like utter garbage. It's usually warehouse work or delivery driver work, and they don't pay enough, and they don't treat people properly. It's just the truth. You can just go anywhere you like. Yeah, my life is pretty amazing, bro. God has been very good to me. And Big Brother gang stalks you. They wear Jesus shirts. Yeah. Just pray to the one true living God, the real God, and pray for them, bro, because they're in a lot of trouble. You can't follow Christ and stalk people. You know, unfortunately, there's a lot of corrupt churches and corrupt believers that are participating in this for the wrong reasons, and they think it's gonna do something positive for their relationship with Christ, and it's just gonna get them in a lot of trouble. What do I think about Japanese anime? Akira, they were experimenting with people that manifested powers. I think it's the truth. You know, MK Ultra and all of this stuff, like the government operating on people and all, it's not like some foreign concept. It's not some like, oh, it really, bro, it's gone on for hundreds of years, you know, at least 100 years, bro. And they show all of this stuff. People think the reason they show it in the animes and stuff is to make it seem like it's not a real thing. It's to make it sci-fi and fantasy so people don't believe like, bro, this is actually gone on. This really has happened throughout history, bro. And it's not just a cool concept for a TV show. You work answering the phone for mental health crisis line? Wow. That's a damn. It's a pretty tough job. Words of encouragement for people struggling to start music. I don't have any. It's a wicked, wicked, wicked game. Just create stuff that you like and don't have any expectations at all. Unfortunately. Because it is so damn evil and wicked, man. Even if you're just an independent artist, all of the big, you know, players in the music game and stuff, they take notice of anybody who is creating, and they tend to make your life a living hell at times. Am I a Christian? I believe in the Most High God. I do. Yeah. You guys keep asking about the forehead tap. How to quit an addiction. Draw close to God. You have to want to do it. Self-control and discipline. Forming new habits. Praying and fasting. Yeah, I don't want to be in community with other people. And if I'm the devil for that, then I'll remain the devil. People are very, very manipulative and very, very evil. You know, there's a reason why people are turning cold, you know. There's some really, really bad people on this planet. They all have, I just wish that people were more honest. Just be honest. Why do you want to connect to people? You know, stop lying. What is the real reason you want to be around individuals? What is it? Do you feel a void? Do you feel, you know, what is it? Like, what is causing you to want to be around people, you know? And a lot of people lie. They just lie. They can't tell the truth. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be honest because it makes them feel weak. Only when God wants you to talk. Yeah, I hear you. You know, it's a struggle. This world and the condition it's in is not helping anything. What's up, Daydream? Dirtbags don't like nothing good for nobody. If I didn't put my bad habits down, I wouldn't have anything. People pass on entitled individuals, no empathy for the poor. Yeah. Pharisees, bro. Pharisees. I don't know why these religions are forcing others to believe what they believe. There's an agenda behind it. It's all a game of control. This is the thing about God. Everybody needs to hear this, all right? If I'm doing good, how are you? God is never forced. So if you ever feel like you're being forced, okay, by people, by your family, by your community, by friends, by anything like that, if it feels like they're trying to force you to do what they want you to do, to believe what they believe, live how they live, that is not God. That's called narcissism and manipulation. That's called control tactics to keep you under, is what I like to call it. God is not he doesn't force himself onto anyone. You know, he wants you to choose him, man. And there's a lot of his people right now that are not really his people. They just profess that they are, and they carry forth these agendas on people's life. You know, you're blessed and highly favored. That's what's up. Hopefully you're not calling the cops on your man for him wanting you to cook food, and you're not putting leopard print glasses on him, you crazy weirdo. But yeah, y'all, that's the message in this one for sure. Now, God is not forced. They're trying to take your free will, dude. They're trying to keep the sheep the sheep. They're trying to keep the slaves the slaves. They're trying to keep people from having opportunities and thinking outside of the box and advancing in their life and understanding that it's never been religion and it's never forced. Okay? It's always been a relationship and is beyond their control. You just hollered. Yeah, it's not funny. You know, I guess it is a little bit. It's stuff like this, you know. He just pulled up next to me again. Do I support LGBTQ community? No, I don't. At the end of the day, I'm not a control freak. Like if gay people do their gay thing amongst their gay people, and they don't try to like force, I don't like people that force things. I don't care if it's your sexuality, your religion, I just don't like people who have a motive to control, right? The Bible says that, you know, homosexuality is a sin at the end of the day, but if people want to live the way they want to live, I'm not their God. But I don't agree with them trying to force it onto our children. I don't agree with them trying to force it into the school systems. I don't agree with them trying to butt into your personal life and make you, just like I would say that about anything else. You know, anything else. I'm just a guy that I like, more so live and let live, and people are on their own journeys, and stop being narcissistic and pushing an agenda. That's all. I want everybody to find God, but I'm not God. You know, I want everybody. I'm not their God, and they're not our God. Like I don't agree with a lot of what they do, especially when it comes to the school system. First graders shouldn't be learning about sexuality and stuff, you know, and that's just what I feel. And people can get angry all they want, but that's just the truth. Am I pushing an agenda? How? I'm talking to people. I'm not forcing any agenda. I'm eating breakfast and talking to my subscribers and answering questions. I'm speaking my mind freely because I have every right to. Nobody's doing that. I sound so ignorant. Look around. Why is there gay flags in elementary schools? Why are babies being taught about sexuality? Okay, why is this even a discussion? Just like a lot of things in this world, there's just certain things, there's an agenda being pushed. I don't agree with that. I don't. Especially a fucking child. You met so many nice LGBTQ people. At the end of the day, like I said, it all comes down to don't force what you got going on in your life onto anyone else. If you wanna be that way amongst people that are that way. That's all I've said. I'm not gonna chase people down in the street and tell them about Jesus all day and making all you need. I'm not gonna be that person. Just like they don't need to do that to us, right? That's all I'm saying. I don't agree with narcissism. I don't agree with control. I don't agree with agendas and forcing other people to do anything at all. I don't give a damn what it is. You let people live the life they're living. As long as they ain't obviously hurting other people or nothing, you let people fucking live their life. And if they are on their own journey, I know, and I also know my God. You know, that's what it is. Like, God is, he doesn't even need us. He doesn't need us as a vessel. He's all things and all, you know, he's everywhere. Like, so if people want to find God, they're going to find him, man. If people want to seek Jesus, they will seek Jesus and they will find him at the end of the day. Yeah, not forcing your views, you know. I'm going to state what I believe in if someone asks me. I'm going to tell you how I feel if you ask me. But I'm not going to go chasing you around, shoving it down your throat and making you like, oh, you better da-da-da-da-da. That's crazy. That's narcissism, man. I'm not trying to control anybody at all. Is there evidence of God ever that stands for all gods? I'm not here to fight you. See, and this is how I know, like, the human being is very weird. Why would you stay on a guy's stream that's talking about God that you know believes in God unless you are here with an agenda? Like, so look, if I go on a stream and I know a person's not a believer, or they don't think the way I do, or they don't like what I like, the last thing I'm doing is trying to get under their skin and commenting to them like, hey, da 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 da. Like, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, that's not my people. You feel me? So that's where I'm trying to make my point, like, on so many levels. It's like, why do y'all do that? Unless you're sent by the devil. That's how I look at it. You know? It's devilish to do that on any level. Even in religion. Yeah, mad about your views while pushing opposing views. It's all control. People have control issues. People, yeah, they're psychopaths. There's an option to swipe. Thank you. You know? Agree to disagree. Go the other way. Find your people that believe what you like, or, you know, whatever. There's people for everybody. I just don't understand why people do that. They want to constantly change you into what they are and what they do and how they think and what they, you know, like, there's a fucking narcissism crisis in this society now more than ever. Grand Rising, back at you. People do have the option to criticize, but why is that you're like, why do you spend your day doing that? That's my point. You ever thought about that? Like, instead of doing anything else that y'all want to do, you choose to criticize people. That's all I'm saying. I don't spend my day going around on YouTube criticizing people with different belief systems and things that I don't agree with. I just ignore these fucking people. That's it. And then I gravitate towards people that are like-minded, that I can talk to or, you know, share my music with or share a belief system or an experience with, and we connect. You got to find your people. Psychopaths, sociopaths, and malignant narcissists. Yeah. People are miserable and bored. I'm miserable and bored too most days. I don't spend my time doing this, guys. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just keeping it a buck. You don't think I go through misery and boredom? Fuck. That's all I experience most days. Boredom. I'm just bored and shit. The last thing I do is like, all right, I'm finna just go fucking go as an agenda in society and criticize people that I don't agree with. That's wild. It's crazy to me. People randomly come across you and scrolling, you become entertainment. I understand, right? It's not that I don't. It's the internet. I get it, bro. I'm just making a point. Like, people want to always prove a point. Like, we're a lot, okay, but at the end of the day, do you ever take a step back and wonder why you're choosing to do this with your day? Do you ever wonder why, like, damn, why am I just spending time criticizing people that I don't agree with? Like, I'm kind of fucking toxic, you know? You love me? Love you too. Peace and blessings. Back at you. Why am I always in my car? Because I'm homeless for right now. I'm a traveling man. Unfortunately, I don't want to be. I wish I could be cooped up in the crib like you guys. It's okay though, I'm blessed. I need more. More. Do I like metal music? No, not a fan. Not a fan at all. I'll listen to, I guess you call it alternative or like 80s music at times, but I can't get into the screaming at you stuff, bro. That shit give me a headache and make me feel like I'm in trouble or something every time a song comes on. I'm like, why are you screaming like that, bro? You homeless, but you prefer it? Yeah, I don't prefer it. Yeah, you only get one life, one shot to get it right, no reincarnations. Yeah. Do I like rap? Yeah, bro, I like rap. You feel free from not having to worry about the bills. I hear you, bro. It's not, if you have a car or, you know, a nice little situation set up, it's a blessing in many ways, but at the same time, like, there's amenities that I do cherish. I like using a bathroom without having to go into some like public place. I like to shower and be able to know that it's clean and it's sanitary, you know, and there's little things that I do appreciate about having your own place. And if you don't, you know, I don't not understand what you're saying, but I own a car. Yeah, I'm blessed. We're all one paycheck away from being homeless. A lot of people are. A lot of people. You'd be living in your car if it wasn't for your dad. You had to move back in. Yeah, man. We're all going through tough times, you know? Shout out my bro, Kenny. Are y'all calling me Kenny? Is that like the thing now or what? I ain't Kenny, bro. Gotta find a silver lining in every situation. Yeah. There's good and bad about being, you know, homeless. Like, there is. Yeah, you don't have to pay bills all day, but like, you're gonna go through a lot of different, like, you can't prep your own food, you know, you can't use your own bathroom, you can't use your own shower. You got to deal with society more than you would like to. You got to deal with a lot of stuff that is unfortunate. They come out to the poor. Yeah. All I know is if y'all are making me all these characters and doing all this wild, crazy shit, I just need the money to follow up with it, man, because this is insane, bro. Like, this is insanity, bro. I know I'm talked about a lot on this internet, man, and I just wish the paper was because being out here like this, having 70 something thousand subscribers is absolutely crazy. Okay, this is insane, bro. I need to be put up in the hills, boy. I can't be going through this with all this fucking motion, man. What's written on my head? It say traumatized. You're not like homeless? Nah, I'm not. I don't want to live in an apartment complex. I can tell you that much. Oh, that. I've been there, done that. Yeah, deep into the hills. Okay? This is crazy. 75,000 subs, spoke about every fucking aspect of darkness, and I'm out here like a sitting duck still, dude. It ain't cool. It's very scary at times, man. I don't even have tint on the windows, y'all. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Don't do me like that. Thanks, Eric. Back at you, bro. You love my music? Thanks, bro. All this shit's going back up. I've already decided. You guys didn't get to post the 500 likes, but I don't care. All the Hidden Hills fans, it'll be back up. It's just gonna take time. And I'm done going back and forth with it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just gonna put it back up and just leave it up. I gotta get window covers. No, I need a whole new vehicle, honestly, and I need tint on my windows, and I need a lot of different things because my platform and how, you know, how much problems I've caused with my content. You had one in Wisconsin for 800 months. I hear you, bro. I've had very bad experiences with shared housing, common walls. I've had some very, very bad experiences. That's why I say that. Where am I at? Everywhere but nowhere. It's not a tear tattoo, it's a heart. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Philippines? Shout out Philippines. I hope to visit you guys someday. So, you think they try to kill me, y'all, if I try to leave America? You think that they would make the plane crash or something? They probably would. I'll do a live stream while that shit's going down, though. When the planes start crashing out the sky. Like, all right, y'all, this is it. That's like my biggest fear, man. Like, I feel like they try to, like, I don't know if you've been through what I have, they do not want you to leave this country. I have 3 cats and a dog and a tiny car with me. You understand needing a new vehicle? Yeah, bro. I pray that God blesses you, bro. Trump said everybody who wants to leave can leave. We ain't in North Korea. Yeah, I just have a couple things I need situated before I can make that a reality. Peace out to the Americans, man. Love you, but hate you. I'm gonna end the stream off. I'm finna go hoop it up a little bit. If you want to watch me shoot, I'll probably stream. I don't know if I will. Maybe. I'll stream like a little 30-minute basketball stream to get my blood going. Hopefully y'all can get outside. I know a lot of you guys are stuck in the East Coast in the snow. Been laughing at you guys a little bit, honestly. You guys deserve it, you know? Just a little bit. Shout out to everybody from everywhere, though. Get outside today. Go for a walk. Work out. Play basketball. I don't know. Do what you do. Another stream coming in like an hour. 30 minutes. Beautiful vehicle coming my way that I wish I could have. Let me get that, though. Let me have it. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was something. It's not. Still a nice car. The snow sucks. Yeah. I don't know how y'all do it. How many people from the East Coast? And we're getting a stream. How many of y'all in here is the East Coast? The snow is not better than the sun, bro. You tripping. It's miserable. You are. The sun gives you inflammation? What? Midwest. You? Yeah, I know you are. You want to put fucking leopard glasses on men and call cops on them. I know you're from the East Coast. You're originally from NY, but you live in Florida. That's what's up. New Jersey? Yeah. I love y'all, but I don't like y'all. You know, love-hate thing. You from Minnesota, it's harder here? Bro, I can't imagine. Minnesota been going through it. You're in the middle of the country. Great weather. East Coast ain't got shit in the wickedness. To the Midwest. I hear you, bro. Love you too, man. All right, y'all. Basketball stream incoming. You guys can hopefully watch me make some shots this time. Thank you for being here, eating breakfast with me, drinking coffee. I'm off. Sayonara.